Oh my god. I am laughing. I just laughed out loud. Legit. It's the middle of the night. I'm watching the Bates Motel. I come here 8 minutes ago. The Young Turks posted up. It was a fist made up with words. Oh god, I gotta see this up close. What are the words? It says end racism. And the name of the video is Racism Isn't Getting Worse, It's Getting Filmed. Keep filming. So, it's a 3-minute video. I don't know which spaz this is. I don't know if it's one of the wannabe Instagram stars or it's gotta be one of them, right? I could talk for 10 minutes about this image and that title. Let's address the idea. First of all, racism isn't getting worse, it's getting filmed. Okay, so they're saying that racism is everywhere. It always has been, it's just now people have cameras. Interesting theory. Or it could be mass hysteria mixed with confirmation bias, mixed with the fact that everyone has a camera and is willing to call everything racism. I feel like this whole thing is a joke. Are people really this dumb? I guess the answer is yes. In the same exact way that the anti-fascists, Antifa, are in fact the fascists, these people who seek to end racism are the racists. And it's really not even hard to figure out. They blow up every situation, falsely identify it as being racist, for their own personal gain, have their little faux outrage conniption, and then rinse and repeat. They drop the mic and they go, yeah, I just saved the world, bro. I don't want to say I'm Martin Luther King, but I'm kind of like one of the white dudes featured in the pictures with him.
Why do you hate us?
We need more race Avengers like this. Okay, the LARPing has got to stop. First of all, these people embrace the phrase social justice warrior. They think it's like a superhero group. Now they're just straight up calling themselves race Avengers. What is that? Avenge. Avenge what? Race? It doesn't even make sense. Race Avenger? What? See, I think they thought of saying racist Avenger, like avenge racists? But then it would be weird because wouldn't it sound like they themselves are racist Avengers? Which they are. But okay, so let's just look at this one woman. So they pick this woman out and she says, fuck Mexicans, which again, Mexican is not a race, is it? I mean, I don't know how many hairs we want to split here, but yeah, it's anti-Mexican bigotry, okay? You found a crazy, old, angry, hateful woman. Now, what is the point of amplifying the message of, I hate you because you're Mexican? What is the point of that? Why would you put that on Facebook and YouTube in front of millions of people to spread this idea from this pointless old woman? They can't resist. They need to form a lynch mob, but they also need to benefit from it. I'm going to show you this horrible thing, and then I'm going to tell you that I'm fighting against it. Wait, you just showed it to us. Like, I didn't even know this even happened until you showed it to me. Why did you immortalize this one hateful statement from a woman? Why? I mean, it's so goddamn cringy. Think of it from their perspective. Do they think they're being educational? Do they think that their audience hates Mexicans? And they're saying, hey guys, just want to change your mind on this. Here's a woman saying she hated a Mexican. I don't think you should. They make great fajitas. No, it's just baffling to me.
How much is all that?
Yes, I want to see.
I'm buying it all.
You need to calm the down right now.
Yeah.
Seems that every day there's a new viral racist.
Yeah, Francis, it's a big world. And we got billions of people on the planet and everybody has a goddamn video camera and an agenda. So mix those two things together, plus the internet, and yeah, it's a fucking feeding frenzy of confirmation bias. And people like you are falling into the trap in the most predictable way imaginable.
This week, the bus bigot in New York joins Patty and the gang.
Oh, wait, is that ice?
The bus bigot in New York? I mean, come on. Jesus Christ, are we gonna police people with attitude in New York? Get ready for a flood of videos. And half of this stuff, like 99% of it actually, is just people trying to get under other people's skin. So there's a conflict for some reason, and then you just figure out something that might hurt their feelings. So if they're Mexican, you talk about ICE, and you talk about, oh, you probably don't even belong here. If they're fat, you call them fat, etc. You see what I'm saying? It's not the actual issue, it's just people flinging shit at each other. Now, what does that young woman on the bus have to do with anything? Is she creating policy? Does she have any power? I thought you guys were all about punching up. Why are you punching a woman riding a bus? Who cares what she said? Let's have a little bit of dignity here and respect ourselves and the time we have on this planet to be able to make the choice to gracefully ignore. Okay, that's my new message for the world. Gracefully ignore dumb shit. It'll save you time, it'll make your life less stressful, and it's just a good strategy to choose which battles you want to fight. Don't engage with all the madness that comes your way. Simple as that.
So you know what? Today I wanted to do something a wee bit different.
A wee bit different. Today I wanted to do something a wee bit different. Good God, can we put this man in a crate, seal it up completely airtight, stick it in a cargo plane and send it back to Scotland? Oh, but do poke a hole for air and then tape it closed.
To highlight the brief moments of light that shine amidst this darkness.
It's a fight between light and darkness. Francis, go to the light. Your white knighting against the darkness. Jesus. Exaggerate much?
Because while these instances show deep-rooted bigotry that continues to plague the country, sometimes they bring out the true patriots. The ones I'm gonna call race Avengers.
That guy looks like the biggest choloed out essay gangster ever. Jeez, is he wearing a wife beater under that shirt? White socks pulled up? Yeah, man, thank you for avenging against this woman who was just trying to rain on a kid's parade, who probably was selling that shit illegally. I mean, let's be honest. So I don't understand, Francis, do you have a problem with people selling stuff without a permit? Like, you don't think that there should be permits? You're against that rule, or you're against people who enforce that rule? Well, what do you know? It's a race avenger. Look at him. He's a Mexican. I wonder if there's going to be any white race avengers.
Starting with this man.
I am gonna buy it all. I'm gonna give it away to all these people.
In this example, an old-timer freshly frustrated from her bowling game being cut short.
Was that a joke? God, do people write this stuff? Like, he wrote that. He planned that out. It's old people. She's an old-timer. She went bowling, but it was cut short. It's like not a joke, dude.
Decided to harass a black child selling candy.
They take them all around the country and you should see how they live.
So before I go further, why do white people in this country...
Okay, let's freeze you there, and let's all just digest that face. Francis, shut the fuck up already. Good Lord, could you be more irritating if you tried? You have the most punchable face in the internet. Why do white people in America... What the fuck are you trying at? What are you doing? The fuck is your problem, man? He comes to a country and he's like, hey, this race in this country, why do they act this way? What do you mean? So wait, I am responsible now for what that fucking 90-year-old white woman did because we're the same race? The hell are you trying to say, you collectivist shit?
Why do white people in this country continue to ask people of color if they have permits?
Oh, Francis, it could be that you're only looking for videos that highlight when a white person is engaged in a confrontation with a person of color. That's a terrible accent.
I'm having someone that does not have a vendor permit that's selling water across from the ballpark.
It's illegal to have a charcoal grill in the park here.
Seriously, get a life,
Yeah, go tell them, Francis, you save those poor blacks.
a hobby. If you want to go around asking for permits, go work as a building site inspector and leave everyone else alone.
Yeah. Who cares? Who cares? Do you realize how many just random things happen every day that doesn't get reported on? Okay, hey, a guy cut me off in traffic. Oh, did he? Well, okay. Well, let's make a video about it. Why? Well, I'm upset by it. I mean, he cut me off. Yeah, but so what? Deal with it. Move on. Okay, well, he was white. And? Well, I mean, can you believe white people in this country, how they cut people off? But what? Well, I'm black. So? Well, he was white. He cut me off. I'm black. That's racism, obviously. He saw me. He's like, oh, that's not even a human. It's 3/5 of a human. Fuck him. I'm going to cut him off. It's just bigotry. It's just driving bigotry. It's all, whatever. We need race avengers.
But okay, back to our patriot. Witnessing this outright harassment, he stepped up and decided to buy all of the kids candy.
Oh, that's a patriot. All right. Looks like Tom Brady, man. I'm sure that's the guy that the Founding Fathers had in mind. He's a real Minuteman.
Proving the old statement true that the only thing that stops a bad person with a permit fetish is a good person with a heart.
Again, not a joke. I mean, it's seriously scary. It's scandalous. Why would you waste our time? Like, what is the point of saying that? That was an attempted joke, you guys. The more I hear people trying to be funny, the more funny I think I am. Is that fair? I think it is.
The next race Avenger is this guy.
Hi. Permit Betty. Huh? You got another Permit Betty here.
Okay, so Permit Betty. So this is an insult, right? Like, I think this is started on Black Twitter or whatever, the Black universe, the Blackosphere, what do they call it? Where they're trying to insult white people. You know, they've tried to come up with a word that was as insulting as nigger, but they don't have any. So they say words like Becky, or, and in this case, Betty, and it's seen to be some stereotypical white name, and it's insulting. It's meant to be an insult, as in, you're not even important enough to know your actual name, because there's nothing about you as an individual that I care about enough to actually acquire your real name. You're just a white person, so I'll just address you by a common stereotypical white name. If this was done in reverse, all the regressives would freak out. As in, let's say you're at a movie theater, and some black guys in front of you start mouthing off and they're yelling at the screen, right? And you're like, yo, Jamal, could you shut your fucking mouth? Hey, we'll come up with a name. Let's film it. Hey, loudmouth Jamal. Let's make you viral. Now, I've done this before. When I was looking for a stereotypical black name, I would say Jamal, Shanae, something like that. I wouldn't do it to someone in person. I am picking a name out of the air to make a hypothetical point. If you're actually addressing a human being and you call them by a name that is racially stereotypical, that's insulting. But Francis doesn't give a fuck that this man is being racist towards this woman. And by the way, is that woman pregnant or not? Let's play a game. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared of the answer to that, actually.
He spotted another aspiring permit patty, so he began filming her, posing the question that I ask myself every single time I see one of these neighborhood no-lives. Why? Why do you go out of your way wasting your own time that you could be spending doing something else, something productive, like get an ice cream or something? Hell, get 2 scoops.
I don't know, because maybe they care about their community? Maybe they are in favor of laws not being broken? I mean, it's just a normal thing, man. I don't know what to tell you.
But why do you want to harass people trying to make a living?
Trying to make a living? Well, let's say you have bums panhandling outside of your restaurant. Oh, they're just trying to make a living. Get a life, man. Just go get an ice cream. Who cares? Whatever. No, they're a nuisance. They ruin the vibe, and they're breaking the law. Be gone.
My man in this example asks all the right questions, and as a result, she scurries.
Oh, where's she going? Where's she going?
Taking her bigotry somewhere else.
So, bigotry. How is it bigotry to ask for a permit? Oh, because these people only see race? So, if you're in a minor conflict with someone, and they happen to be a person of color, and you happen to be white, it's bigotry. It can't just be a dispute. It can't just be about the thing that it is about. No, it's about race. Because it's always about race, because these people are racists.
Now, will this cure racism? No, but we need more people like this to make racism feel uncomfortable. The more racists feel emboldened to take their bigotry to the streets and harass innocent people.
Innocent people? Oh, they are lovely, just lambs, doves. I mean, have you ever heard of a person of color doing something wrong or breaking the law? Never. It's never happened.
The more we need bystanders to not stand by, but take a stand. As Dr. King said, there comes a time when silence is betrayal, and that our lives...
Oh my God. Okay, did you not hear at the beginning of this video? Oh, let's rewind. What did I say? I hadn't watched the video yet, keep in mind. What did I say Francis and people like him act like? I said they think they're the white guy in the Martin Luther King pictures. And what does he do? He quotes Dr. King.
They drop the mic and they go, yeah, I just saved the world, bro. I don't want to say I'm Martin Luther King, but I'm kind of like one of the white dudes featured in the pictures with him.
Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter.
Okay, this is effing priceless. A picture says 1,000 words. Let's analyze. You got Dr. King here, beautiful black and white. You know, we're dipping back into the past. Oh, but he's a great man. He's a man to be respected and looked up to. Oh, he was an adulterer. Oh, he was a homophobe. Oh, he was a religious moron. Yeah, but he had some good stuff. The regressives don't really like to talk about him being in favor of racial unity, yeah, they're kind of de-emphasizing that part of it. They're more into his vitriol against white people. Let's amp that up, and let's pretend that we're living in the 50s and 60s in the South, even though we are not. So they are trying to maroon us, anchor us into a period of American history where racism was worse than it is now. They are trying to regress us, not progress us, hence they are regressives. What do you notice about this image? Look at it. Got a bold font, could be Helvetica. The picture tells you everything you needed to know. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Well, here's what matters to me. You cut off the quote from Martin Luther King with your fucking Twitter and Instagram links. You inserted yourself above the words of Martin Luther King. Now, who is to blame here? Okay, the graphic designer, whoever, the video editor, whoever was involved with this, do you know how fucking easy it would be to reposition this so that you didn't have that overlap? But it's so apropos, isn't it? That Francis would insert himself above and cover up Martin Luther King. He's literally dry humping the man's memory, wedging himself and juxtaposing himself next to, hey, here's me next to a civil rights leader. Here, I quote Martin Luther King. That kind of makes me a hero, right? Francis is such a fucking dweeb. He thinks that Colin Kaepernick, the former quarterback for the freaking Nevada Wolfpack, some half-black, hook-nosed, throwed-out bitch, he sits on his knee for the anthem, and suddenly he's the new Martin Luther King? Absurdity! But he's the best he can do. I mean, Francis met the guy, he takes pictures with the guy. Martin Luther King is dead. But his words are still here, we still have those. So why don't we just slap our links on top of the dude's quotes? That's cool. It reminds me of the famous quote from Gandhi when he said, "Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from," oh, by the way, here's my Patreon link. Sign up. Support the channel. I will produce content for you. I will do that. I will be there. If it's raining where you are, if it's snowing, I'll make a video for you. If you're bored, if you're angry, if you just got dumped, I'll make a video for you. If you just ate and you have time to kill, if you just fapped and you got nothing to do and you're staring at a blank screen, watch my video. I'll entertain you. Just tip a man. Tip a fool. Chippewa. Tip a please. It's ridiculous.
And his daughter Bernice King perfectly highlighted this message in a tweet about the bigot in New York who got no pushback by those around her when she harassed a Muslim woman on a bus. I mean, look at this dude in the headphones, gleefully giggling to himself as this vile person unleashes vitriol.
First of all, it's so fucking lame. There's a pole in front of him, first of all. We can't see what the hell is going on. So how do we know if he's smiling? Second of all, he finds it funny. It doesn't mean anything. This is a normal reaction. You're listening to two strangers have a fight and have a little hissy fit back and forth. Yeah, he's laughing at it, but why? No, now, do you see what I'm saying? This is how the mob works. This is a white male, okay? So fuck him. He didn't stand up. He wasn't a race avenger. So this woman back here, she's a nasty bigot. Oh, yeah, she is. But where else can we cast our gaze of moral condemnation? Who else can we moral fag on? Oh, how about the dude with the headphone? By the way, those look like big headphones. He might have something playing in his ears. He could be listening to Ricky Gervais for all we know. But fuck him, he's white and he didn't help. The poor innocent Muslim. Go fuck yourself, Francis.
Again, using ice as a weapon just because someone looks different to her.
Using ice as a weapon? What? It's a conversation in a bus. Here's a little word to the wise, Francis. In America, if you ride the bus, you probably don't have much power. She's not using ice as a weapon. This is fucking harmless banter. You fucking horse-toothed jackass.
This is an example where we need more race avengers to speak for those who feel voiceless.
Ah, and there it is. Save the blacks. Speak for those who feel voiceless. Huh? You're telling me that brown, black, and Muslim people can't speak for themselves? Thanks, Francis. Thanks. They really appreciate your efforts to speak for them. Why don't you stick your hand up their ass and just puppet them while you're at it? God, you're gross, dude. You're a gross-looking individual. Okay, so just implode and delete your Instagram, please.
So keep filming and keep making racists uncomfortable.
It's fucking nauseating, isn't it? And you go through these comments, look at this. Well said again, Maxwell. Francis is a saint. He truly has a heart of gold. Oh, it makes it all worth it, doesn't it? Look at this fucking anonymous anime icon. Enough with these goddamn people. If you put all of the Trump supporters in the world, put them in a soccer stadium, then you put all the agnostics in the world, put them in a soccer stadium, and then you put all the anonymous anime icons in a soccer stadium, and you said, Devin, if you press this button, one of those soccer stadiums will be ejected from the planet and cast off into the darkness of space. Do you know which stadium I would choose? The anonymous anime icons. I fucking hate them. There's something about that. That moment when you say, what should my avatar be? What should I put up to represent me visually to the world? The second you reach for a fucking piece of anime, I hate your guts. Okay, this is a trend I've noticed for my time on the internet, especially on YouTube. It is a guarantee there's something in your DNA that does not mesh with mine. We got issues, homeboy. All right? Now, just because we're in the digital age, so be it. You and I will probably never cross paths. But just know that if this was a different era of time, I would have a battle axe and I would see your bitch ass shooting arrows from the top of the hill on the other side of the battlefield, and I'd be coming for you. Know that. Oh, know that. Francis is a true Scotsman and a totes righteous dude. That's not even said in jest. Francis, he reads through this. By the way, he gets ripped and shredded in these comments. And go leave him one, please. Tell him what you think of him. Francis, just because you hate being white, that doesn't mean everyone else has to. Yeah, exactly. The man is a total bitch. Anyway, fuck Francis, fuck TYT, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!